Hello, 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 you guys. Welcome to another show. And our topic for the night, our topic picker for tonight is running a little behind. He had a really
Okay.
rough day. A really rough day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even have words for the day that he had. Like I don't have words. And Horace is still trying to get home, apparently.
I'm gonna be quiet on that one.
Hi, Brian. How are you? I don't even have
Brian,
words
is it Brian
for.
Harper Lewis?
Yes.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Brian and I have an announcement soon.
Oh, you do?
Not like, come on now. No.
Listen, Jeff, I already told you what it was backstage.
It's
Just
gonna be
know,
Scott. I
just
hope you got
know.
your brown
Wait,
liquor. Go ahead with your wine and everything because it's gonna be a
got
really
it.
good conversation tonight.
I'm sharing it now, but just
Hold
about
on, hold on. Dr. Hughes, one more time, one more time.
Have your wine, your brown liquor, whatever you got. I'm looking for Lisa. Cause hey Tanya, cause Lisa said she was gonna be here tonight with her vibrator.
Oh, my
That's what
friend
she
Lisa,
said.
she's in town.
That's what she
She's
said.
she's actually meeting me out soon. She's
Hey
supposed to.
Trevor.
Oh, so I
Yeah.
couldn't have been over there. How
What?
long was it? Well, actually, I could have came fly as heck and shut it on down
I'm
and
announcing a
shut
cookout
it
soon, so you're
on.
down the street, so you'll be here soon. I'll let
I
you know.
will. Am I really getting an invite for reals?
Yes, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Anyways, talk offline.
Bye
Just
bye.
know.
So y'all tonight. Oh, here he is, Mr. Trey Amazing.
Oh Lord.
I
Here we
listen. I
go.
saw Justin. That was good timing. That was good timing.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Good timing. Soon as his camera comes on, he's streaming in. But y'all, we got a really good topic tonight. Troy sent me like two different topics, and I was just like, I think this one might go over a little bit better. So tonight, we're talking about making tossing salad mainstream. Hi, Troy. I am so sorry about your day. I feel like we just need to post some out for you. Like I just feel like we need to post some out for you. We need to write some
Wow,
incense
Trey, that
candles.
hat is everything.
Mm, it feels everything. No, it's all good.
Have you guys seen
It's
the
a,
movie Fences?
huh?
The
No, I
movie
haven't. I'm
Fences
gonna
with
be honest. I'm
Denzel
ashamed.
Washington.
I'm ashamed. I have not watched it yet. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, Troy, that just go watch the movie Fences. That's all I'm gonna say.
That hat
I'll
is
check it out.
everything. Everything.
This
So
is this is what
Troy,
I've been wearing all evening. I just left a party where all my drinks were covered.
well,
No
that's a
Okay.
money
good
in my
any party
pocket.
where
Just
your
to go
drinks
here
are
with
covered
y'all.
is a good one.
Hello. If you go to Jeff's
Yeah,
house, your drinks are covered. Trust me.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
still be there, but I got love for y'all, so I left early.
We
Mm-mm,
love you, baby. We love
mm-mm.
you. We gonna hit it, split it, and quit it tonight.
Mm.
we gonna hit it, split it, and quit it tonight. I feel like that's what we need to do. Just hit it, split it, and quit it, so y'all can go on and enjoy the rest of y'all Friday night because it's Friday
Yeah.
night.
It is. Aren't we missing
Into it.
somebody? We're missing Mr.
He's
Towns.
still trying to get home.
Are we
Don't
Everybody.
even
shocked? Are
ask.
we really shocked? Are we shocked right now?
We're not
Are we?
shocked. He's still
Oh,
trying to get home. I
we're
don't
not
know what
shocked.
he doing. He belongs to the streets. Horace
He
belongs to the
does.
streets.
He
It's
really
just
does.
Horace belongs to the streets. So I hope everybody had a good day. I know how Troy's day went. We're gonna try to turn this thing around. But
Troy
um,
is it's gonna be all right.
So can
yeah,
everyone
Oh yeah.
explain what the term tossing salad means
we
and why
are.
Troy
We're gonna
picked
get
it?
into that in right now. So Troy sent me two topics, and I thought it was between this and bukkake. I hope I'm saying that right. Bukkake. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, so I thought that this would be a really good conversation. So it's about basically making this more mainstream, tossing salads. So I'm gonna turn it over to Troy, and let him share. I know he's been, if you follow Ringside either in Facebook or on YouTube, he's done lots of interviews with some people, and this comes up sometimes in conversation frequently, I think. So Troy, for the sake of people who may not know what we're talking about, what exactly is tossing salad? We've mentioned this last year before, but what exactly is tossing salad?
Okay, I'm gonna do my best, but before I begin, Jeff, you remember last summer when we started one of these podcasts, and I ate an edible right before, and you could tell that it was kicking in. It's kind of right there right now. Like I'm kind of partially drunk right now, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
do my
know about
best.
them drinks that you had.
Troy,
Yeah,
that's
I have.
when you and I have this in common. When you have liquid or libation persuasion, your tongue gets looser. No pun intended for the point of this conversation. But you
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
just,
yes,
no,
it should
it's
be.
all
Don't
good.
let the
I've
puns
gotten to the
flow.
point where when I get too lit, I tell my friends I have to delete Twitter off my phone and Facebook and stuff just to keep
Yeah,
from stirring the
yeah,
pot.
because
Because I don't just stir the pot.
his
I mix the whole thing. So yeah.
I know when Jeff's been drinking because I look at his tweets, I be like,
Oh Lord.
that's gonna get deleted
Anyway,
tomorrow or in a couple of
Oh
hours
no,
when he gets
I
straight.
don't have. Well, I don't use Twitter, so that's probably a good thing. I'm
Yeah.
already hated enough without Twitter, so it's probably a good thing. Um,
Nobody hates you, Troy.
this, what I tell you, the stories I could tell. Um, but as far as everybody out there, all the people out there in podcast land, tossing salad is basically eating your partner's asshole out. Um, you can eat it
oh
out
no.
bare with just plain. You can use syrup. You can use jelly. You can use flavored lube, whatever you like to use. But basically, when you are tossing someone's salad out, you are sticking your tongue on, around, or inside their rectum, to put it
Oral
plainly.
sex of the butt.
So, yeah. So, I mean, for a lot of people out there who are listening, that may not sound like your cup of tea. And if it's not your cup of tea, it's all good. But you'd be surprised how that is a kink and fetish for a lot of people out there. Um, Only thing I would tell people is, don't knock it till you try it. It may not
Right.
be your cup of tea, but it may be your partner's cup of tea.
Right.
Uh, and it is certainly a receptor for pleasure. A lot of people get off on it. Surprisingly, you have people that get off on it that may not want to admit they get off on it, but it's certainly something that I don't think it's reached mainstream yet, but it's coming. No pun intended, but it's definitely on its way to becoming mainstream.
Piff, if your face could tell.
You are not going to me next. You're not going to do that to me right now. You're not. No. 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 No.
If your face could tell, girl. Y'all, but no, seriously, I think that it was important to have this particular conversation because I agree with Troy. I do think it should be mainstream.
Yeah, I
Why
agree.
not?
It should be.
Well, didn't Gabrielle Union say she does it to Dwayne Wade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not a. It's more. I'm gonna be. It's probably more common than people, like Troy said, than people are willing to admit. And it's fine. Like your bedroom stuff is your bedroom stuff, but don't act shocked or shy or like ooh when we know better. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, some people mouths been on for way filthier things. Like,
No, I mean, again, like I said before, I mean, with the exception of Jeff, you may not be old enough to remember this, but in the 90s, it was one of those things where oral sex was taboo. You
Right.
know, in the 90s,
It's still banned in some countries.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
if people, I don't see how they ban it, because if you don't know what people are doing, people keep their mouth shut about what they're doing in the bedroom anyway. You won't have to worry about that.
I don't. I'm
Yeah.
open about my stuff. But yeah.
I mean, but back then, we're all old enough to remember where you knew people were doing it. You knew men, you knew guys who were eating pussy. You knew women who were sucking dick, but it wasn't talked about. It was one of those things where you kind of kept it to yourself. But
Right.
nowadays, you wear it as a badge of honor. And so my belief that one day, eating someone's asshole out is going to be the same way. It's, we know people are doing it now, but give it another 5-10 years, people are going to wear it as a badge of honor.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's up there with, back in the day when people were getting piercings, right? People were getting all these like nipple piercings, and ladies was getting their clitoris pierced. And I remember when one of my friends, when I was living in North Carolina, when she got hers pierced, and we all went with it. She was like, I want to go by myself. We was like, okay, fine. So the guy who did the piercing for us, the same place I actually got my tattoo, and only one person could go in with her. Obviously, we just like, who we gonna be here, and we gonna hold you down, girl. And so obviously, the one person who went in was a registered nurse. So we was just like, if anybody going up in there, it's gonna be the nurse. So if anything go wrong, you know how to help her, because I can't do nothing for you, because I don't know nothing about if anything go wrong, what to do. So I think that this is the same thing. Back in the day, the trend was getting piercings, because that's supposed to enhance and intensify the sexual experience and all this other kind of stuff. And like you said, Troy, oral sex, they was seeing SWV was talking about going downtown, and you know what I mean, it started to become something that you regularly would hear about, versus going from taboo to mainstream. So I think that Scott has a question about as it being a new trend. I don't know so much that is being quote a new trend, so much that is picking up speed in certain communities, and is becoming something that's the norm to talk about, because people are being more vocal about their sexual experiences and what they want to experience. And I'm going to get to some of these questions that they got out here, viewer questions. But I think that, I don't know. I think that there's no reason to be shamed about what you like. You like what you like.
Well, no, I agree. Everyone likes what they like, but I think it also, remember, and of course I keep referencing the mid 90s, because that's retro now. It's about pushing the envelope. In 1995, 1996, you were a freak if you admitted that you went down.
Right.
If you were a woman that admitted that you sucked dick, or if you were a guy that admitted that you ate pussy back in the 90s, you were a freak.
Right.
Now, fast forward 2021, you admit that you eat pussy or you suck dick, you're like, so what? That's nothing.
Now it's more the reverse. If you don't do it, people look
right.
at you.
If you don't do it,
it's like something wrong with you. Like DJ Khaled was like, he expects his wife to go down on him, but he ain't going down on her. Sir, first of all,
how is a fat nigga gonna tell you what he ain't eating?
Thank you. First of all, have you seen you?
And I know you hate the N-word, but I'm sorry, it had to be used right there.
Yeah, like, have you seen you? I was shocked by that whole conversation. I was like,
wait a minute, hold on. I vaguely remember that. So DJ Khaled doesn't eat. He
won't go down on her. He expects her to go down on him, but he won't go down on her. Ain't no such thing. I'm like, girl, you unsatisfied. Like,
you know what?
Somebody go set that.
Let's get to these questions.
Yeah, we're gonna get to these questions, but I agree with Scott. Here's the thing: people don't understand that the body is full of erogenous zones everywhere, and you have to be willing to explore them, but explore them at your comfort. Like, I ain't trying to push nobody to do nothing that they're not comfortable doing, but
Yes. To answer Lisa's, yes,
I'm trying to go
absolutely.
back up. I'm going way
No,
back
no,
up to
we
the
talking
first
about
question.
oral sex. We talking about something specific right now, and then we can get to the oral sex.
Okay, so here's the first question that Lisa asked.
Of
She wants me
course.
Oh,
to hear what
have
I
mercy. So
she gonna give
Lisa,
you her.
my friend Lisa, she's actually a sex therapist.
Yeah.
That's why she's with the ish. So that I knew she was going to do this. She's actually a sex like counselor. Like she helps couples get through their marital problems.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what
So,
you need to do. Like, you need. The point of the show is to help people who are struggling in their relationship sexually. Because I mean, for the after dark conversations, because it, like we said last year when we first started having these conversations, life is too short to be having bad sex. If you're in a
Damn
relationship
right.
and you're having issues in the bedroom, that's why we have these conversations. You might need to spice it up, or you might need to open your
well,
mind
I
to
want to
something
hear this
different. Have
question.
you ever ate a man or woman? I don't
Oh,
do women, so there's that. But yeah, I've been there, done that. And he was crawling up the bedpost. Next.
wait.
I mean, that's the question. That's the answer. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like Jesus. Like I ain't been saying my whole life. Do you think men who
Even
like
Troy got his hands on his face.
Wait.
Okay, Troy.
There's one more
Hold
female.
on. Hold, please.
Wait.
We weren't ready. We were not ready. Oh, we were not ready. Ooh. We weren't ready.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. That's my answer.
I ain't got no liquor in this house.
I thought you said
ain't got no
you
liquor in
got
the
all this
house.
liquor. What?
You drink it all?
I ain't got no. I ain't got no liquor. I ain't got no weed. I ain't got no mushrooms in this house. It's not a good house right now.
I'm
It's
very
not.
confused.
I'm
You
just said
dumbfounded.
you
I'm
was.
nervous.
You said that you was buying all this alcohol, though. I'm confused.
No, I just left an event where a friend of mine was buying all our alcohol.
Oh, word. Okay.
So I was drinking for free.
I'm
And
shocked
I
that
left
you
that
don't have
event
none
for
in your
y'all.
house.
I left that
You
event
have
for
a
y'all
little-
Negroes. So
Well, I'm not a Negro. I'm Piff.
yes,
Nice
you
to
are.
meet you,
Indeed.
Troy.
That's my answer. Piff, do you have an answer?
No, you will not go to me next. You will
I
not
know
go
her.
to me next.
I know her answer, but I'm not telling.
You know my answer? What is my answer, Jeff? Please let me know what my answer is.
It wasn't intentional, but Piff was going down and went a little too low, and the person said keep going, and she did for a little bit, and then came back up.
No.
I just made that up, y'all. Just for
Do you
disclaimer.
think men who like it done are gay or bisexual? We had this conversation.
Yes.
during
It's a pleasure
gameplay,
thing.
actually.
It's a pleasure
Yes.
thing. Everyone has different pleasure spots, and
Right. I think it's more of a pleasure zone.
yeah, that
erogenous zone situation.
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah. So Jeff, Troy, have you all experienced the toss?
What do you
Troy.
think?
Troy does not have any alcohol.
Troy.
I don't have any alcohol in me, but I have all of my experiences have been with women, 100%, given and received. So take from that what you will.
There you go.
Well,
Jeff?
Not intentionally going too far down, but
Jeff is uncomfortable. Go ahead, Jeff. We listening.
I see
I'm
going too far.
all you listen. I should have been over there sitting in your lap, like what, boo, what?
I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. My dogs need me. I'd be right back. They sleep for once.
Lisa, you better drop the. You better all kinds of stuff tonight.
Not intentionally, no. To answer the question, just in the midst of giving oral sex, went down a little far,
right?
But they got a quick this, so or quick that. So yeah, go ahead.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, Dr. London. Okay. Wow.
I listen. Go
I
ahead on,
almost
girl.
listen. I had to take a drink on when I saw that. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We said this was going to be a juicy conversation tonight.
Look, I'm
I'm
not mad at it. You know,
East.
I think
I'm about to
the
text
difference
Nolan
where we
right
are
now.
now is the fact that, you know, with social media and the fact that a lot of, you know,
Yeah,
more and
sure.
more people are open to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what a couple does in the bedroom is their business.
Right.
Um, Fact of the matter is, what you and your partner do to achieve nirvana, at the end of the day, it's really your business. You don't have to share with anybody. But
Right.
because we, you know, thanks to social media, thanks to, you know, everyone's openness, more and more people are admitting to what they do. And the more you admit to what you do in the bedroom, you are leaving yourself open to, you know, outside opinion. You know, everyone's going to have their opinion as far as, you know, what you do and whatnot, and that's something you have to be just. That's the reality of it. You can choose to keep what you do in the bedroom. You know, that's you can keep it all to yourself. You don't have to share anything. But if
Mm-hmm.
you choose to share what you and your partner do, then you have to accept the fact that people are going to have opinions about it. And at the end of the day, it's like if you are with someone and you guys are busting it wide open and you guys are having orgasm, it doesn't matter what anybody has to say. Like, you know, how bad can your life be if you're having an orgasm on a regular basis?
Yeah.
And the fact that you have an orgasm on a regular basis with someone that you love and someone who loves you, who the fuck can say anything negative about that?
Right. I
True.
think that I think that with this conversation, one of the things we do need to talk about, and you know, because we always encourage safe sex practices, and when it comes to oral sex, most people don't know. Well, I'm gonna say most people don't know it, but I'm not gonna assume that people know that there are, you know, safe ways to be able to provide oral sex. You know, there's like dental dam and all kinds of stuff. So people
Yeah.
get really weirded out about, you know, bodily fluids and body parts and all this other kind of stuff. But you don't have problems with stuff going in you without with a condom on. Why not have, you know, an issue with using dental
True.
dams or whatever else? So if you choose to go down this road, you got to make sure that you're comfortable, number one. Maybe it's a conversation that you need to have with your SO. Maybe it's something that you want to do to your SO, but they're not, you know, that you may feel like they may not be comfortable with it. You know what I mean? It's an
Mm-hmm.
open conversation that I feel like you need to have. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to your body and pleasuring one another, you need to have a conversation so that you're comfortable and say, because I don't nobody want no hand swinging. Because you venturing into a zone that somebody's not comfortable with you in.
Wait, you want hand swinging? I guess I don't get the
Mean,
joke.
like if you don't have a conversation with someone about before you actually do toss their salad, right? Some people might freak out and hands might get thrown. Like it might become a serious
Oh, I
situation
see what
because
you
you
mean.
don't know
Like,
what triggers
Yeah.
somebody, and they could get aggressive and be upset
Mm-hmm.
about it, right? And so before you venture into that, you know what I mean? Like if you, especially if you're dating someone who seems to be a bit
Conservative or
conservative, yeah, you
or
know,
vanilla.
you
Vanilla.
really do
That's the
need to
term.
have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to have that conversation, and maybe just like when we were talking about BDSM last year, you might need a safe word here. It may seem weird to have a safe word, but you might need that, because if they get to a point where they can enjoy it, then you need they say that safe word, you need to respect that and stop. You know what I mean? And so it's important, and we are going to get to cleansing practices in a minute, Scott, because it's important. All of this matters in this conversation, because you don't just put your mouth on anything.
Some people do.
Yeah, I know, but I need to say it for for real purposes.
yeah, you can't go around just putting your mouth on any and everybody.
Thank you.
Well,
You
let's
gotta have
talk
some
something.
standards.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna go ahead and address the elephant in the room. So a lot of, when it comes to putting mouth on people and stuff, you can't just, like you just said, you can't put your mouth on anybody. So going back there, for the
Right.
women with men, men with women, whatever.
Right.
Not if people been out all day or are not.
You gotta take a bath. You gotta wash.
You have got
Yeah,
to
that-
Wash your hands. Yeah.
women
Right.
with the genitalia, the clit, whatever. You have got to wash it. You got to scrub. You got to get up in it.
I was gonna
Twice.
say, ain't no letting the soap run down. You need to take
That's
the
nasty.
rag,
That's
the
nasty.
loofah.
That's like brushing your teeth and just letting the suds. You got to scrub.
Right.
There is more. You're just as susceptible to disease. Having
Right.
oral
You are.
sex, not
How
just
do you
from
think people get
ejaculation being
herpes
on
in
your
the
lips
mouth?
and your mouth. So with that said, it is very important that if you are going to do that, now the elephant in the room is people's sexuality or whatever being questioned due to that act.
Right.
It's actually more common than
Yeah,
what
like then
people
people
like to
talk
say.
about. Yeah.
I've run across. I have a friend who actually he has a production of
Right.
women doing that to him, and it's very popular. And I just was like, it's not my thing, but
Right.
I don't judge.
Right.
But if
Right.
that's what gets you off at the end of the day, but society has told us what is and is not acceptable.
I
Society
agree.
has told us what is not straight, gay, whatever. But the
Right.
reality is, just like I saw Lisa mention, she uses dildos. You pull that out, I'm gonna throw it at you, or I'm gonna feed it to the dogs as a toy. I'm not going to use that, but if that's what you like, and that's
Right.
you know,
That's one of them. If you like it, I
I
love
agree.
it situations. Like
I agree
you
with
like it,
Jeff.
I love it. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fine.
No, I agree with Jeff in that regard.
Right.
I don't knock what people do, but you ain't about to put that inside me. Or there is a line that I won't go beyond. There's a point that I'm like, you know what,
Right.
show's
I'm weak.
over.
As a woman, there's a line that I will not cross.
Right.
I don't know how I would feel, and I'm just to be transparent. I don't know how I would feel if my significant other wanted me to use a toy on him.
Dr. Hugh, you go ahead and just if your man wanted you to use a dick shaped.
Yeah, anal play. Like we had this conversation last year, I believe, or earlier this year, talking about anal play, and this kind of fits in that same category, because obviously, just like when you go down and you're eating out a woman, sometimes you're playing in the hole and you're doing different things. It's the same thing. It's just in reverse. I don't know, but at the same time, sometimes you don't know what you will do in the heat of that moment as well. But this is why I say, before you start venturing into certain things that are taboo for that person, for your relationship, you need to have a conversation, because you don't know. You don't know how people respond. You know what I mean? I think that to Lisa's question, I don't care if I don't know. To me, fingering versus using a toy, butt plug, whatever, it's the same thing. It's something going into the hole. I don't know. I don't know. For me, as far as doing it to a guy versus receiving, that's completely different. I don't know how the guys feel. I think I can't speak for them, but at some point, Piff gonna have to talk, because we are 30 minutes into the show and she ain't said nothing.
I felt
You
like
ain't answered no questions.
I remember.
You just keep saying you're not coming to me next.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Okay, what was the question for me?
We didn't have.
Oh, you want me to know? You want to know if I'm doing this?
Let's pull
Yeah,
the
like
questions
what
back
are
up.
your thoughts? Seriously, what are your thoughts about the
Let's
whole
pull some of the
subject?
questions back up.
Huh?
Let's pull some of the questions back up.
I mean, you could ask the people to ask me some questions. The people love to ask me questions.
They did. They keep saying men.
And you
ladies.
said you're not coming to me next. Hold on, let me go back. I got to scroll.
Oh yeah, I did say that. My bad.
Let's take it back.
Okay, hold on.
Move that past that one.
No, this is the one. She said, "Ladies, have you ever eaten
Oh,
a man or woman's booty?" This is the one I answered, and y'all had to take a drink on it. Troy was like,
I wasn't ready for
it was you answering. You never answer. You never answer straight up. Piff always answers straight up. That's why Piff said you got it. Yeah, you always like round about the question. And I
No,
was
this
very
is the one
proud
where
just
I
now.
no, ma'am.
I
This is
was
the one
very
where I
proud just
answered.
now.
No, this is the one where I answered, and you took a sip, and Troy covered his face in embarrassment. Because this is the one where I said yes, and the dude was crawling up the bedpost.
Troy.
That was my answer.
Troy, can you get Dr. Hughes, please? Can you throw your hat at the computer? Something.
That was my answer to that question.
Well, that one, yeah, Troy, all of that. So I'm gonna say this. How do you feel having experienced the toss? Well,
What do you mean? How do you feel about it?
I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't have a dog in this fight at all. I haven't tossed and I haven't been tossed. It's just not a toss over here. I just think that I've been with a certain type of man that is afraid to be viewed as gay. So, and it just seems like that's just the type of man that I date. I don't know who I'm going to date next, but we'll see. Like, as far as, I shouldn't say date. I should say be in a relationship with, and what transpires.
I would say this, and of course, when you live in Atlanta, what is or isn't considered gay can be a whole arena full of things. You can be considered gay by ordering the wrong drink. You can be considered gay if your jeans are too tight. You can be considered gay if you live in the wrong part of town. There are so many things that people can make you gay over that are outside of the actual definition of homosexuality.
Yeah.
So when it all, it really, everybody's going to have their own definition of, what they think is gay. I look at it like, look, if you're with someone and like, Dr. H says, if you have each other crawling up the walls and you're reaching nirvana and you're busting it wide open, you guys are coming and having great sex and orgasm, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. People don't have opinions. People, this world will never be short of opinions.
Right.
So at that point, you have to ask yourself, are you letting opinions from the peanut gallery determine what you do and don't do in your bedroom?
Right.
And if you are, that's kind of sad. At the end of the day, it's like
by public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pay your
you're letting
bills
public
and you
opinion
can't base your
determine and
happiness or your
navigate what
life
you
off
do.
of other people.
That's a different
especially social
subject.
media.
That's a different subject altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, the tight jeans and stuff. There's been things that I've worn and people like, what the hell you have on? I'm like, okay. But then when a rapper or someone like one thing that happened like in the early 2020s, when rappers and stuff started dyeing their hair.
Right.
Gold or whatever. Before that, if you did that, even Cisco, when he did it, he was considered.
Yeah.
Gay.
Right. Yeah. No, I remember. Yeah, Cisco.
But
you dye your hair a certain way. You wear your earring in the right ear. It's a lot of things. It's like I remember an article a long time ago when Cisco talked about how people consider him gay or people perceive him as gay, and his response was, "Well, just leave me around your girl, and we'll see."
Oh,
right.
So
he's from Baltimore. He ain't gonna play that.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's so many different things you can do. You can wear, as a man, you can wear a pink shirt and people think, oh, you must be gay. I'm like.
But the thing is, the men who care so much, they be the main ones.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't care at the end of the day, woman, man, whatever you are. Mm-hmm. If that is your style and that's how you carry yourself, who cares? Worry about yourself. But and I'm not going to, this whole topic for another day, when you worry about what other people are doing, whether it's in their bedroom, what they're dressing, what they're doing on social media, whatever, that's because you don't have enough going on in your own personal life. Mm-hmm. And you're miserable. So that's just a reflection of how you see yourself.
Can I answer this question, please? I'm done.
Let's get back to these questions. And Pip needs to answer them.
I got blown up in the comments. Never again. Well, I asked people to ask me to ask anything. Never. All right. Woo, child. Okay, so let me just go down the list. I'm gonna answer every last one of these because I ain't no punk. All right, so first of all, Brian Harper Lewis guy, I love you. Thank you for watching the show. I talk a lot, but just not tonight. I have not, Trevor Neal. I have not tossed a salad. Now, there was one person that they were trying to convince me to do anal, and they wanted me to do something to them. It did not convince me to have anal sex, but they wanted me to see that, oh, it feels good to them. It just,
Right.
it was their stick. Would I let a man do this to me? So I am
Yes.
going to answer this question.
Yeah.
One, it just depends on the moment, right? I'm kind of like an in the moment type of woman.
Right.
And, you know, one, I shower, so that's not an issue, but I just kind of feel like, because I don't need Jeff over there like, well, she didn't say nothing about hygiene, I'm worried. No, Jeff, I shower, things are scrubbed down, waxed and shaved and whatever. So, you know, I just kind of feel like it's just in the moment of what it is. And if I don't like it, I will tell you this, what are you doing? I'll be like, I'm not ready for that.
Right. Right.
And it just all depends. It just depends on what mood I'm in, because you're not always wanting to have extreme things done. I'm not saying this is extreme. I'm just saying sometimes you may not feel like this. You may want, I know it's more than a shower, but I was okay. Jesus wept.
Clean. What did someone say? Clean them chitlins.
Yeah, basically that's what he said. Somebody else said earlier.
You gotta make sure you've eaten the right things that day. Listen, I have a lot of friends who are not straight. They've given me the 101 and the 102 and the 103 and the 104. I've graduated.
I'm 104.
So seriously though, I just think in the moment, if it's in the moment, I don't know, maybe yes.
I mean, you know, good hygiene is important. I mean, because my testimony has always been, the cleaner you are, the more I'll do. And that's just real. I mean, if I feel confident that you're clean, the further I'll go. I mean, but you know, fact of the matter is, I mean, if you've been at work all day and you've been using public restrooms and coming in at the house, don't expect me to go that far as what my mouth and my tongue.
Okay, Troy, let me piggyback off of that. When you come back, whether you're coming back from the club, or let's say you come back from the club, like we go out and you come back from the club, the first thing you're doing if you're coming straight from the club,
shower.
I have 4 bathrooms in my house. 4.
Pick one.
There's one in my room. You're going to shower. I'm going to hand you the body wash that you're going to use. And before we do anything, I'm going to do the finger test.
I'm done. Dr. Hughes, you did this.
I think, you know, I agree.
And then
I agree with Jeff in that regard. I agree with Jeff.
Hold on, Troy, I'm not done. And if you failed the finger test, you're going to get the finger. You can take your ass home, because that's nasty. How do you take a whole shower and you still smell like wild mushrooms? You stink. Get out. So again,
that's a deeper issue, though. And that's something we need to get into. Is that's a deeper issue. And Piff hit it earlier. Piff hit it in her point about you got to know what to eat. You
know, now for women that matters. For women that matters, because
it matters. It matters.
Yeah, when y'all eat nasty, spicy food, or y'all go to forgive me, Africans, but y'all eat some of the African stuff, that Clifflet and
especially it's extremely spicy stuff.
Yes,
you have to know that you are when that old PBS jingle, you are what you eat, from your head down to your feet. You are what you eat. You got to be careful, because you might have a moment where you know, you can't hold it because you've eaten something that does not agree with you, or you know, it's
Ladies,
just it comes out of your pores, or this ain't
all
the time
that,
to be
all
trying
that
nothing
Hennessy,
new.
look, all that Hennessy and lemon pepper crab legs and all the ladies, it's gonna come like, no, we can't do that because it's gonna come out one way or other.
It's
Like,
real. It's
I
real.
need,
Or
you know,
you eating spicy hot wings all the time, or you want to try this new recipe. You ain't never had oxtails a day in your life,
yeah,
and now
Oh
you want to
exactly.
try
God.
oxtails.
You know,
Or
that
you know,
combination of the, you know, like
Just
you said, the
comment, yo.
oxtails and the jalapeno poppers. And yeah, we come on, yeah. I need y'all to be woke. I need y'all to
Yo,
get some alkaline
I
water
mean,
in
it's
you.
just not just
yo,
alkaline water. Some you
I am
really, if
hollering.
you're planning this, it needs to be a fruit diet
yes,
for a couple of days. Let's just be honest. Listen, I graduated. Yes, I graduated. Wherever it is in the comments. Yes, I graduated. I know that you need to be on a fruit veggie diet, and it can't
Whole
be
lot of
like them.
pineapples, just a lot
You
of
cannot
pineapples.
be eating the fruits and veggies that make you gassy. That's
right.
not it. You're not eating no broccoli. You're not eating no asparagus because that's just nasty. No, you need to eat pineapples and strawberries and all the things that just, you know.
These text messages I am
These are
getting
things that
right now.
cleanse, that are natural cleansers for you. Specifically, we're talking about managing your pH balance and other things within your body.
But
'Cause-
there's also some things that you can take. So I mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if we're gonna just transition the conversation to hygiene, women, the womanly probiotics once a
Yeah.
day. It's all natural. It
Cranberry
has
pills.
cranberry, like all of that stuff. So
All that.
it
No,
just
I mean,
it's just one of those things. It just if you know you might have ate 5 spicy hot wings that day.
Right.
That probiotic is gonna, you're not gonna have an issue. You're not.
Right.
You're just not. And just as I think the bigger thing is, you need to make sure that you're drinking water, period. Like you just need to
Yes.
be drinking water, period. That's it. Like,
yes, water. Yes. Well, I mean, I'll just say this, because there, you know, folks talk and whatnot. You know, I went to an all male college. Ladies, if you swamp me down there and some things going on, and you know, as men, and when we do this, trust me, guys will talk. Guys
It's
will.
Troy, what did I call it? The finger test.
The finger. I mean, trust.
Jeff, you are ruthless out here in
Trust
these
me,
streets.
Jeff. I know about. Look,
But men
this
do that.
this means something. This
Yeah.
is a test. You know, this
Y'all
is.
better stay out of my inbox.
But here's the thing.
Stay out of my inbox.
Then I'm
Stay
going
out
to
of my
say
inbox.
something that's going to be unpopular,
Lord,
but it's the
Jesus.
truth. Ladies,
Get out of it.
women can smell themselves, and if you can smell yourself, fits.
Sometimes, nah. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. No, because there's been times that one time, and I'm not even being funny, I was around a group of females. I'm not making this up. I was at Zanzibar, DC, a couple years ago, and this girl burped, and somebody said it smells like dick. And the girl literally, everyone looked around, and one of her friends said, "Oh, she did swallow nut earlier." Sometimes women cannot smell themselves. Oh, you mean their body?
I'm talking about their body. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
If you
about your body.
cannot smell rotten fish, you either have COVID or you used to
You
that
are
smell.
not right.
Or you have
That's
become
nasty shit.
too
I'm sorry, excuse
accustomed
my
to
language,
that
but
smell,
this is
and that's not
nasty.
good.
Hold on, Trevor. What? Islamic stuff over there. Oh yeah, Trevor. Yeah, man. You was raised rough, bro. I remember. You was raised rough. You know the Muslim parents don't play.
Now, this is a good point that Jermaine makes, that now there are some, if you have a medical condition, you have to do what you need to do, though, because there are still medications and things that you can do as a woman to maintain your pH balance and to help control that. And a good part of it is your diet and what you put in your body. And are you drinking water? Half the time it's because folks don't want to drink water. All they doing is drinking sodas and lots of sugary beverages and alcohol and stuff that's ruining the natural flow and pH balance of your body. I'm just saying.
Stuff
And
like
so-
this. Stuff like this. Y'all drink this. Just
Look,
nasty.
just
I have my one glass. It's almost gone, and then I have my
drink,
water.
you know, drink some
Yeah,
water.
y'all drink that horrible stuff.
You know,
How
get
can
you
y'all
some-
drink that stuff?
Yeah,
Just
drink a lot of
shameless.
water. Get you a nice charcoal
Right.
clean.
Y'all sit here and drink this stuff and tear up your insides. Just nasty.
Yes.
Horrible.
I mean, 'cause
Juice
yeah,
and
because I
stuff.
promise you, I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter
Just
how good you look. It doesn't matter what your makeup looks
Nigga
like,
16,
your
16.
weave, your lashes. If you smell down there, you're gonna get a bad. You're gonna get talked about on social media. You will get talked about at the frat house
Listen,
if you smell down there. Don't just look. You ladies, you can do a
I'm
fingertip on
no
yourself. You
Troy.
can,
Troy's telling the truth. There was a time
yeah,
that
you will get
I
talked
had
about.
a gathering at my home, and I'm not being funny. And everything was fine and peachy. Literally smelled good in my house. I have plug-ins every other plug. The people in here would tell you. However, there was a nice, beautiful woman of God that walked in here, and we all said it's a little spicy in here. I literally, I'm not being funny. My dogs were out, and I said, "Oh, Rosé and Tip might need a bath." So I thought
Right.
that the dogs needed a bath because they were outside running around. So I washed the dogs. I took them downstairs. I washed them. I sprayed. The smell was still there. I said, "Let's rewind a little bit." Um, the young, nice lady of God had left the
Lady
house
of
to go
God.
back to her car, and when she
I'm
walked
done.
out the house, the smell went away. So everyone was like, "Oh, you did a good job cleaning your dogs." I said, "The dogs have been up here for 45 minutes after I washed them. My dogs don't stink.
Done.
My dogs are bad, but they don't stink." Okay? So I'm just gonna leave it at
Why
that.
you call her a woman of God? And she said, because cleanliness.
Wait a
is-
minute. You had that one dog that farted all the time now. That dog did not smell that great.
Are you talking about Rocco? Because he's dead.
Oh, okay.
The
well,
boy was for the
rest
girl.
his little soul.
Rocco was Rose.
I'm still
Rose's
over here on
brother.
the lady of God. The woman of God.
I was trying to save it, but damn it, man, I
Rocco
can't.
was
It's
Rose's
just
brother.
that-
And I'm still sad
Well,
about that.
listen.
Yes.
My homeboy Alan will tell you. We've
Well-
been partying. We've been out. I've drunk drinks. Alan has been around me. Jeff has been around me several times.
And you don't stink.
A
Because
lot of it boils down to you got to take pride in yourself. Now, some of it is cultural because you're dealing with people from different cultures who don't believe in, they believe in the natural sin and all that kind of stuff. That's a cultural thing. Find your match. That's forever going to be my thing. Find your match. But it's going to be a hard no. In Piff's words, it's a hard no for me if you don't embrace Western philosophy of bathing and washing, and that means taking the cloth and washing and really scrubbing every part, not just letting the soap run down your legs and your body. I mean, letting it all touch and rinse, and if necessary, do it twice. Wash twice, because if you wash and like really, and then by the time you towel dry, dirt coming off on that towel, you need to get back in that shower because you ain't clean.
At the risk of sounding like former President Trump, I'm just going to say this. Unless you are from a Middle Eastern country, there is no excuse to not wash.
Yeah.
I'm
this
not
is
being,
a commercial.
because I know in some countries, during certain holidays, you don't wash. Like Ramadan and stuff, you don't wash.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this.
I can't.
Let me just add this because I want to address what Alan Wallace said. Now, I agree that from a man's point of view, the natural smell of a woman down there, the pheromone, whatever natural smells, it can be intoxicating. I will admit,
Right.
it can be intoxicating to a degree. There is a fine line between just that natural smell of a woman versus you just nasty.
Right.
You just
the difference.
Jeffrey.
There's a such thing like you don't wipe correctly, or you didn't. It's like you missed bath day, and I can tell.
Every day should be bath day. I want to get to Jermaine's question about what if she's on her cycle.
I want to answer that too, but go ahead, Dr. Hughes.
Good hygiene still reflects properly in your cycle. And the reverse is, if you got a bad hygiene, it's going to reflect in your cycle and you're going to smell it. because it's gonna come out. And because when a woman's on her cycle, that is literally a natural detox. Her body is really, a lot of stuff is coming out of her through the, like, seriously, you're not even supposed to be touching a woman during that time. Like, and I don't know what woman.
And I'm fine with, you know what? And I'm
So,
fine with that. I'm okay
That-
with a warning.
that's
I'm okay with
no.
letting me know. You know, give me a
Right.
disclaimer. Just communication is key. It's okay to say, you know what, I got some, you know, it's that time. Let me know.
Right.
And we don't have to go there.
Correct.
Hold on, Brian.
Because sex
wanna
on your, let me tell y'all, so sex on a period is gonna ruin your pH levels even more. You need to let that woman have her
for me
time off. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the smell of blood. Like, I don't care if you're in the shower. It's just a turn off. Like, it's a turn off. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. But personally, I like a lot of foreplay. So don't talk to me during that. Like, I ain't trying to be funny, but
so I'm gonna answer this too. So again, there is a, like, if you're doing the right stuff, like if you're eating clean, and you're like, if you're doing what you need to do in order to make sure that your pH is level, even when you're on a period, like your pH is going to be different when you're on your period. That's just what it is. But you should not have drastic situations. It should be, you know, just a little varying.
Right.
I just think, and the other thing is, if you know, but I want to point out my boy Jeff. I mean, not my boy Jeff. I'm sorry, my boy Alan said I smell good.
So all light skinned people look the same.
Jeff, you already know what time it is. Alan, thick. You not thick. We know. I know. Listen, y'all are two totally different things. Different men. I got you. I apologize. Listen, I never drink on the show, and I'm a little tipsy. I'm sorry.
I see.
I needed a drink for this one. This was a lot for me.
You should see my.
This was a lot for me. Troy like ripped the security blanket from me. And I am Linus. I walk around with my security blanket all the time, and I need my security blanket. But I wore my little leopard print, like, you know, robe, just to, like, you know, zhuzh it up just a little bit.
But I told y'all this is gonna be a juicy conversation. It was this.
Clearly,
And
I
knew
was
she
ready.
was the other topic. You would have been like, no. No, I already know how you would have been. So
okay, you already know I might have not shown up. I really thought about not showing up for this one. Yes, Alan is thick, honey, thick. And Jeff is tall, and he's just a tree and to be conquered.
Well, yeah. So y'all, that's tonight's conversation on mainstreaming tossing salad. And yeah, but I think it's more mainstream than people like to admit.
Yeah.
And more increasingly you're hearing people talk about, like you said, like earlier we said that Gabrielle Union does it to Dwayne Wade, and who else was it? So I think Trick Daddy, somebody said in the comments that Trick Daddy has it done to him, and all this other kind of stuff. I think that the more people are comfortable expressing their sexuality as far as things that they like in the bedroom or whatever, it gives other people more confidence to try different things. And I all I'm gonna say is, Magical said they just tiptoed in to say hey. All I'm gonna say is
Magic. There's a rebirth of Code Red coming. Magical. Well, I'm gonna save the announcement, but I just told. Sorry, Magical.
Yeah. But I think that so I think that you got to think about what you're comfortable doing. You know, just because it's mainstream and other people are doing it doesn't mean that you're okay. You know, find your level. Like Tanya said earlier, she broke up with somebody because they wouldn't do oral sex. Like you got to know what's the requirement for you. If it's something that you just got to have, okay.
Okay, Tanya, here's my advice. If you have to ask a dude for oral sex, cheat. Because he should always be in the mood, just like anyone who's dating you should always be in the mood to pleasure you, as you should for them. That's just my humble opinion. I hate to say
Well,
it.
she broke up with him,
You're dating
but she
me,
got somebody
I
new
can't-
now.
Right. And you dating me, I can't keep my hands off of you. My hands are going to be on you, not 24/7, probably 19/7.
Yeah.
Because we got to sleep. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, you should, that's just me.
Anyway,
Be honest. And I've been told I'm too touchy, I bite too much, whatever. I don't care. But my thing is, you should
Jeff
be
has
happy.
never bit me. Thank God. I don't know if I could handle it.
Troy, any parting words as we close this very
You should
juicy
be happy
conversation?
to
Thank
flip
you.
somebody who wants to touch you a lot.
Thank you for this topic. It was definitely enlightening. I think that people.
What was the other one you said? What?
Bukkake. Is it Bukkake or is it
Bukkake.
Did you say?
Bukkake? Okay, it's Bukkake.
Did you say? Dr. Hughes, come on now. What can you explain what that is? Maybe we can talk about that next time. My drinks are starting to hit me. I can't. I can get off.
Yeah. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, they're starting.
Troy,
to hit me.
tell people what Bukkake is so they can decide if they want
And everybody,
to
this
have
is
that
not the time to
conversation.
IM me and stuff because it's not good. So please don't IM me that.
I'm still tripping how I became the resident expert in all these. So I
Because
just found
in most of the episodes, you are usually the encyclopedia of sexual stuff. Usually,
Yes,
if someone uses a
I just-
term, if they say,
I just found out what Bukkake was maybe 2 months ago.
What is it?
So Bukkake is the practice or the act where someone enjoys multiple people ejaculating on their face.
all right, it has been a good night.
Now you see why I picked this conversation because of
It is such a good night. It's such a good night.
So the fact of the matter is, again,
I ain't doing
Bukkake
that.
is something. There are a lot of women out there who are interested, and I just want to make the distinction. Bukkake is not having. You're not a woman. You're not interested in Bukkake if you're a woman who enjoys one man coming on your face. You are a woman who enjoys multiple men.
So Troy, so let me get this straight. There are a bunch of men jacking off together in front of each other.
onto this woman's face.
But let's take the woman out of here. There's a lot of men jacking up. I have to go. I can't. Y'all are nasty.
Look, I've never been in one of those rooms.
247. Thou shall not be that nasty. Y'all.
This was I did a YouTube video. I did a YouTube
what?
video. Actually, I was telling anybody. If you go to my YouTube channel, just go to.
I don't want to. If you're talking about Bukkake on your YouTube.
Yeah, I did an interview. I did an interview with the woman.
Oh, you did an interview. I don't want to see you in Bukkake.
No, he did an interview. No, Troy ain't doing no.
No, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah,
But I did
even on my OnlyFans, I wouldn't do that nasty shit.
Yeah,
I don't have an OnlyFans, but shouts out to people that's getting money.
Okay.
But I interviewed a woman who told me a definition of Bukkake, and it kind of, made me clutch the pearls, made me clutch the Walmart herringbone. Like
you were clutching your pearls.
I was clutching my Walmart herringbone, like goddamn. But at the end of the day, if you are a woman out there, if you enjoy Bukkake, no judgment from me. I'm not going to judge your journey. If that's what you're into, do you? That's just a lot of baby shower. That's just a lot of sperm to clean up. But whatever gets your rocks off, you do you. But basically, if you're a woman that enjoys multiple men basically ejaculating all over your face, I don't know if it's one, all at once or one by one, but that's Bukkake.
Whose dog is that?
It's my dog.
That's entirely too much for me. And our
Beater.
And that's a wrap.
Is it a girl?
I'm
Beater. Beater. Beater.
Boy.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
boy.
a lot.
What dog is this? A boy or girl dog?
It's a male German Shepherd.
Beat him. Beat them. My friends know I tear my dogs up,
God.
and they are perfect.
And on that note, y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in
Beat 'em.
tonight on this after dark conversation because this was very enlightening. And
By the
now we
way,
know what
Piff is
Bukkake
single. Piff is single. Piff is
Yeah.
single.
She's free, y'all. She free. Woo! So we'll see y'all in 2 weeks for another conversation. We'll be back to our regular Wednesday night conversation. We really appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all so very much. And we'll see y'all next time. I swear y'all like the best audience ever.
I'm about to go sleep this alcohol off. So
Go ahead on, babes. Have a good night, you guys, and we'll see y'all next time.
y'all take